I'm turning on the
Okay.
cameras because you're beautiful. Yeah, you could tell. You could
Sure.
tell me now.
I can read it now.
Yeah, you can read. Am I allowed to
Okay.
use the cameras tonight?
Um, sure. I'm at whatever.
Yay!
Okay.
Tara's not amused by me.
I'm just tired. All right. Continuing the wager. I don't know if Andrew knows the chronology of anything that's happening or who John
Well,
Byron
we
is
know that
or
there are cannibals on the island, and that the prison.
the cannibals are the
Yeah, the
shipmates.
shipmates. Yes, the
Yeah.
cannibals are the shipmates.
Not all of
Not
them.
all of them, only
Some of
some of
them
them.
did turn to eating some of the
But it
guys.
was the worst moment yet.
Yes, it was pretty. It it looked totally hopeless, and these are literally some of the most hellish conditions of anything the human can possibly experience is this book based on a true tale of shipwreck and mutiny.
Tell me if you.
Um, it's quite famous case, so yeah, I can see. All right, we're on
I
chapter seven.
know this.
30% done with the book. This chapter is called Byron's Choice. So John Byron, don't forget, he's the 16-year-old. So,
He's the same age as our protagonist from Snack Shack.
exactly. So just picture him as the protagonist from Snapchat, Snack Shack, except British.
Wait, can you hear this? I can't hear this.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Damn it. I actually don't know what happened. I was falling asleep for like the last hour the last time we played this. Oh, that's right. We sent out like a UAV.
A UAV?
UAV. Unmanned aerial vehicle.
Aerial vehicle?
Yeah.
UAV. Okay. All right, Byron's Choice, this one's called.
Oh, and there's a tsunami. Oh, right. We're on the wager.
But this is crazy. Crazy synchronicity right here. As the boats headed out to sea, John Byron stared at Cheap standing forlorn on the shore in the spectral mist. Don't forget, Cheap, they have officially signed a petition to remove him as captain, replaced by none other than midshipman and gunner John Bulkeley, I believe. Yes. Byron had been led to believe that Cheap would be brought along with them on the journey, at least as a prisoner, but they had just left him there, left him without a working boat, no doubt to perish. I had all along been in the dark as to the turn this affair would take, Byron would write. He had originally made a choice that he could bear. Abandoning the mission to return home was a decision that might subvert his naval career, but it would save his life. Doing this to Captain Cheap was different. To play a role in totally deserting his commander, no matter how flawed and tyrannical he was, threatened the romantic image of himself that he had clung to despite the horrors of the voyage. As he continued watching Cheap in the distance, he and some of the men shouted 3 cheers to their old captain, and then Cheap was gone, and Byron's decision seemed irreversible. Yeah, I guess they just abandoned him on the island.
Jeez.
Even before the boat sailed past Wager Island, the men were struck by a squall, as if they were already being punished for their sins. Then Byron heard a loud, unnerving sound. The makeshift foresail on the vaunted new longboat had split and was flapping uncontrollably. The party was forced to seek shelter in the lagoon of another island just west of Cheap's Bay, where they could repair the sail and wait out the storm. They had traveled barely a mile The next day, Bulkeley asked for volunteers to take the barge back to Wager Island and retrieve a discarded canvas tent in case they later needed extra sailcloth. Byron suddenly saw an opportunity. He offered to go with the party, as did Midshipman Campbell. And that afternoon they set off with 8 other men rowing through the jarring waves. Campbell shared Byron's misgivings, and while the 2 young midshipmen were being tossed about and doused by spray, they began to conspire. If they wanted to escape the stain of dishonor and cowardice, Byron believed they must retrieve Cheap. Campbell agreed, murmuring that now was the time. Are you getting things all fixed?
I am, but I'm listening.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Alright.
I just fixed it.
Okay. Hoping to sneak away
Resident
barge,
Evil
they tried to enlist
Revelations.
the other men on board. Keep an eye on chat to see if our friend Geeko will pop in, because he seems to like this game. I don't know. Alright. They tried to enlist the other men on board, who included several of Cheap's erstwhile supporters. They too had been shocked by the abandonment of the
Previously
captain.
on Resident
Fearing they would be hanged if they ever made it back to England, they joined the counterplot. Oh my god, this is crazy. I think, oh, they're getting, like, cold feet. And a lot of them were, like, afraid of, damn. Okay. So as Byron rode on with the others, he became increasingly uneasy. What if Bulkeley and his men suspected that they had no intention of returning? They might not mind the defections. It would mean fewer bodies to transport and mouths to feed. But they would be enraged over the loss of the barge, which they would want for added space and to set hunting parties on shore. As night fell, Byron and his companions anxiously plowed through the waves in the dark until they spotted campfires flickering in the distance. The outpost. Byron and his party had made it safely back to Wager Island. Cheap was astonished by the men's arrival, and when he learned what they had resolved to do,
We don't have long.
invigorated. He welcomed Byron and Campbell into his dwelling, and along with the Surgeon Elliot and Lieutenant Hamilton, they stayed up late, chatting hopefully about their prospects now that they were free of the men behind their flag. There were 20 people on the island, 13 of the main settlement, and another 7 of the seceders. Cheap and his party had at least one usable barge, and they could also try to repair the yawl. When Byron awoke the next morning, though, he confronted his own reality. He had nothing to put on but a hat, torn trousers, and the remaining threads of a waistcoat. His shoes had disintegrated, leaving him barefoot. Most distressing, he had no reserves of food, not even a slaw cake. And the rest of the men who had returned with him also had nothing. Their scant rations had been stored on the speedwell with the very people they'd just come across. Cheap shared some of his meat that was brought in, and in any case, there wasn't enough of it to sustain them for long. Byron, who had constantly been guided by the whims of superiors, finally tried to formulate a plan of his own. He decided that he must go back to the mutineers and claim the portion of food owed his party. It would be risky, perhaps even foolhardy, but what other option was there? When Byron proposed the idea, Cheap warned that his enemies would seek vengeance and commandeer the barge, once more leaving the rest of them stranded. Byron had thought about that. He said that he and Campbell and a small party could land the barge some distance away from the lagoon. Then, while most of them guarded the boat, he and Campbell would complete the trek to Bulkeley's party. They would be vulnerable to retaliation, but the temptation of food was too overpowering, and with Cheap's encouragement, Byron and his small party embarked that morning. After they paddled to the other island, they hid the barge in a secluded area. Byron and Campbell bade farewell to their companions and began their arduous trek. They slogged through sticky swamps and knotted forests until that night they reached the edge of the Black Lagoon. They heard voices in the darkness. Most of the mutineers, including their leaders Bulkeley and Baines, were on the shore scouring for food. That perpetual quest. Bulkeley appeared baffled by the 2 midshipmen's sudden appearance. Why had they arrived overland and without the barge? Byron, summoning his courage, declared that they would not desert Cheap. Oh my god. Bulkeley seemed stunned by Byron's defection. He assumed that Byron had been coerced by Campbell. Either that or the aristocratic midshipman had reverted to the embedded orders of class and hierarchy. In a veiled comment in his journal, Bulkeley wrote that the Honorable Mr. Byron could not quite accommodate himself to fly forward with the men. When Byron and Campbell asked for their party share of food, Bulkeley and Baines demanded to know where the barge was. Campbell told them that they intended to keep the boat. After all, it was meant to carry 10 castaways, and 10 of them were now staying with Chief. One of the mutineers snapped, "Damn you," and warned them that unless they brought back the barge, they would be given nothing. Byron made a plea directly to the rest of the men, but they told him that if he did not bring the barge the next day, they'd arm the cutter and come after him. Byron walked away, then distraught, he walked back and asked again, it was futile. He wondered how many people could be so cruel. Or he wondered how people could be so cruel. As he departed, he lost his hat in a gust of wind. The seaman, John Dock, walked over to his old companion and generously gave him his hand. Byron was overcome by this flash of kindness. "John," he exclaimed, "thank you," but insisting that he could not leave Dock without a hat. He returned it. Then Byron hurried away with Campbell back to the barge and across the sea with his party, occasionally glancing behind him to see if they were being pursued by a cutter gleaming with guns.
This is Chris.
Chapter
Vermillion,
18,
Parker,
Fort
Jill,
of God's
listen carefully. The ship is done
The
for.
moment the winds calmed,
We can't allow the
Bulkeley,
virus to
Lieutenant
contaminate the
Baines, and
oceans.
the other men on the two remaining boats
Jessica and I are
stayed
heading for
back.
the Queen Zenobia.
They
Just
were within
hang on.
striking distance of
We'll
the
contact you
outpost,
soon.
but
Don't die in
Bulkeley
there.
would not
Chris
go on
out.
an assault to take the barge, and instead led his men in another direction, south toward the Strait of Magellan. There would be no more looking back. As they forged onward, it became clear, even to old sea dogs like Bulkeley, that the journey in the castaways' boats would be unlike anything they had ever experienced. The Speedwell was not that much bigger than the original longboat, which was designed to fit 20 oarsmen and to ferry supplies over short distances. Now the Speedwell was jammed with enough casks of water to last them a month, and with enough guns and ammunition to ward off an attack. Most of all, the boat was crammed with men squeezed on the bow, around the masts, by the tiller, in the hold below decks. The boat looked as if it had been jury-rigged with human limbs. With 59 people on board, there was no space to lie down, and it was nearly impossible for the crew to move about to raise a sail or pull a rope. After serving several hours on watch, the men on deck would struggle to switch places with those below in the hold, which was as dank and dark as a coffin, but provided a measure of protection from the elements. To urinate or defecate, a person had to lean over the side of the hull. The stench of the men's wet clothes alone, Bulkeley wrote, makes the air we breathe nauseous to that degree that one would think it impossible for a man to live. Weighed down with fuel and supplies, the hull rested so low in the sea that its stern was barely 4 inches above the waterline. Even small waves washed over the gunwales, soaking the men. In choppy seas, the crew on deck was nearly swept overboard with every roll. The 12 people on the cutter, including the purser, Thomas Harvey, had it worse. The boat was only 25 feet long, and it was even less stable in the waves, which during severe storms dwarfed its single mast. The men sat bunched together on hard, narrow planks, bouncing up and down. There was no area below where crew members could find shelter, and at night they would sometimes clamber under the Speedwell to sleep, while the cutter was towed behind. At such times, the longboat was stuffed with 71 men. Not only did these vessels have to traverse some of the roughest seas on Earth, most of the men attempting to pull off this feat were already near death. The greatest part of the people on board are so regardless of life that they really appear quite indifferent whether they should live or die. Bulkeley wrote, and it is with much entreaty that any of them can be prevailed on to come upon deck to assist for their preservation. For Bulkeley, leading the party under such circumstances was extraordinarily challenging, and the unusual power dynamics at play compounded the difficulties. Although Bulkeley was in many respects acting as the captain, Lieutenant Baines officially remained the commanding officer. On October 30th, 2 weeks into the voyage, the men were caught in another squall as the winds cannonaded across the Pacific and waves crashed over them. Bulkley
This is
spied
Chris. Are you
along
two
the
all right?
mountainous coastline to the
Chris!
east a sliver of
Yes,
a
we're
channel.
fine. But
He
the ship
thought
is
it might
sinking
lead to a
fast.
safe harbor, but it was
We're
surrounded by
approaching the
rock,
Queen Zenobia now.
like those that had carved a
Rendezvous
hole
with
in
the
the
ship's hull.
windbreak. Bulkley
Roger.
often
We'll
consulted
be
with
waiting.
Baines because of their arrangement,
Okay,
and
see
with
you
the
soon.
carpenter
Chris out.
Cummins because of trust. Such consultations also seemed to be Bulkley's way of underlining the difference between himself and the captain he had deposed. Bulkley now confronted his first major tactical decision: to remain in the open ocean or try to slip between the rocks. Nothing but death before our eyes in keeping the sea, and the same prospect in running in with the land, he noted. As the ship slipped further and further over, he chose the channel. The entrance is so dangerous that no mortal would attempt it unless his case was desperate as ours. As the men approached the chutes, they heard a menacing roar, breakers smashing upon the reefs. One miscue, and they would sink. Lookouts scanned the waters for submerged rocks while crewmen worked the sails. Bulkley, bracing himself and barking out orders, guided them through the labyrinth of rocks until they were sitting snugly in a harbor, shielded by cliffs with crystalline waterfalls. The spot was so commodious, Bulkley boasted, the whole British Navy could gather within it. He had little time to relish his triumph. Parties were ferried ashore in the cutter to collect fresh water and any shellfish, or as Bulkley put it, what Providence throws in our way. Then, the men were off again, plunging back into a riotous sea. On November 3rd, during a heavy rainstorm, Bulkley signaled to the cutter's crew to stay close. Soon afterward, the cutter split its mainsail and disappeared. Bulkley and his party tacked back and forth, searching for the other boat each time the Speedwell crested above the waves. Yet there was no sight of the cutter. It must have gone under with all 12 men. At last, with the Speedwell itself
Hear that?
laboring ominously, Bulkley and Baines gave up and ducked into an inlet along the coast. Bulkley experienced the grief of losing men who were effectively under his command.
You almost missed the
And
party.
despite the cramped conditions inside the Speedwell's berth, he retrieved his journal and carefully inscribed their names. The lost included Harvey the purser, Richard Phipps, the ingenious builder of rafts, William Oram, the carpenter's mate, who Bulkley had persuaded to leave the Seceders in the hope of reaching England. Oh my god. It's just like people just are just dying all over the place. Because
How
of
does this
speed-
ship have any crew left?
It started out with a big crew, but now it's really dwindling. So like, I think so Byron and Byron's with Cheap, along with Campbell. And like I think there's like maybe 12 to 20 people on the island with Cheap, on Wager Island. And then there was 12 people in
We're
the
approaching the
cutter
Queen Zenobia now. Rendezvous
on
with the ship's hull.
Bulkley's
We'll be
track,
waiting.
Okay, see you
who
soon.
just
Chris out.
perished. And now I think that leaves like 59
That's
or
it.
60 men
Queen
on the
Zenobia.
actual like
Oh,
longboat.
jeez.
Jesus.
More
So
like
I
what's
think
left
there's
of
only
her.
like 80 people left of the original hundreds. Oh yeah, I know. It's like where are these people
Stay
coming
sharp.
from?
There's
Well,
something out there.
okay.
Oh, it's one of these sections. Whoa! Sorry.
Because of the Speedwell's deep keel and tiny hull, it could not be brought too close to the rocky cutter. And without the cutter, the men had no way of swimming ashore to help them. Only a few
Satellite's
of them
laser fried out all the
were
electronics.
now in a wretched condition of work. On November 5th, they tried to head out.
Keep your aim sharp. They're not letting up.
Trapped again on the boat, with agonizing muscles on the rock.
Going around. Hang on.
The boat swings to and grabs several oars and empty barrels, fastened them together with rope, and then lowered into the divers to the bottom of the in the water. With William. He and two other men jumped on top of the shaft and paddled toward the shore. After traveling over a wave faced the and catapulted the men. The rocks could be light. He was pumped out of the water to the well, but King managed to grab hold of the middle of the rock and push the boat shore. That evening he returned to the boat of the back on the beach which appeared to be the pass issued by the Castrated by one the Centurion had sunk like the wager. They still don't know what happened to the Centurion. Like, they got separated a long ass time ago, months ago, and they don't know where the freaking Centurion is. So I'm like waiting for the Centurion to make another, like, to show up eventually. Okay. So the next morning, as Wilbur and the voyage begins on the barren ocean, the wife, lifting under the waves on the driveway, it was the cutter's sail, pulling the tent, and it doesn't turn on them in days, but alive. The miraculous reunion of David gave them all alive. Oh my god, they're alive!
Oh my gosh.
Wow, how did the fuck, where the fuck did they get to? After heading into a cove and deploying the cutter to collect shellfish, they tried to get some rest. The cutter
We need a
was
good
rowed
spot to board the Zenobia.
and its crew, except for a seaman named James Stewart, called onto the speedwell to sleep. At 2 in the morning, the rope snapped, sending the cutter careening across the sea. Locally and several
board
of the
from
men
here.
looked out in the rain
Jessica,
swept
we have a
darkness.
promise to keep.
There was
Let's go.
Stewart on the boat, barreling toward the
Great.
reef.
A
The men
cruise,
called to
just
him,
the
but he
two
was
of
too
us.
far away to
Only
hear
the
them
whole
over the
thing
wind.
is sinking.
And before long, the cutter was gone. This time, no doubt, forever, shattered upon the rocks.
patrons.
The men had lost not
You
only
stopped
another
the
companion, but also
Radius
their means of going ashore
Now
for
I will
sustenance.
reveal what I know.
Moreover, 70 castaways would now
Everything about
have
the
to
Queen
pack,
Zenobia
day
and
and
the
night,
secret she
into the
keeps.
speedwell.
What
Great
secrets?
uneasiness among the people,
Consider this.
many of them despairing of the deliverance
First,
which would
why did it take till
The
now to
following day,
find the Queen
11 of the
Zenobia?
men, including Phipps,
How was it able to
requested
float around the
cast out
Mediterranean
into this
undetected?
desolate part of the
It
world,
wasn't magic.
rather than continue
Second,
in the
why did all
seemingly
traces of Veltro vanish
doomed
after the
speedwell.
Terra Grigia panic?
Bulkley and Baines, ever conscious of the legal
Why don't you tell
ramifications,
us, huh?
drafted a certificate for the Lords
And
of the
third,
Admiralty, stating that
Why
the
is
11
someone
men
trying to
had
use the
willingly
Regia
made the
Solis to
decision
destroy
and
the Zenobia?
indemnified
The
all
answer to
persons
those
from
questions
ever
will
being held
lead you
to
to an
account for putting
inconvenient
us on
truth.
shore. Bulkley
You
read
were to
history
have
that
found
these
it.
men were leaving
And
for the
that's all.
preservation of themselves and us. Bulkley brought the boat as close to the shore as possible, and the 11 leapt off. He watched them
Jessica,
swim through a
why did you
lifeless patch of
fire?
land.
To protect
The last
our
time
people.
they would ever be
Isn't that our
reported
job?
seen. Then he and the remaining party on the speedboat
Don't you dare
sailed off.
die.
Jesus.
Raymond? What? Why? Why play the part of
What a
Veltro?
twist.
What a twist in this game.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Raymond was Veltro,
What do you
the,
mean?
Oh,
the leader of the terrorist group,
Hisoka?
Terra Grigia.
Ronald McDonald. Yes, Hisoka. And Chris
I
is-
didn't even know. I didn't even know what he was doing there to begin with.
Well, we were about to find out, but Chris's partner randomly shot him before he could tell the truth. Why would she do that? You can give it a second. Just give you a cutscene.
What a terrible loss.
Shit. So like. Oh my god. That's crazy. So like.
The ship doesn't have much longer. We can't let this virus
I
contaminate
just
the
can't
sea.
fathom that they all
We've
got
already
on the
searched the
boat
Queen
and then
Cenerus.
11
think I
men
know
jumped
where
off
this ship's
anyway
lab
because
is.
it was just
We're
too
headed there now.
unbearable. Like it was too
All right.
cramped, and they went back
I'll
to the
try to find a
island.
way to
Oh my
delay the
God.
sinking.
And they were never seen again after that.
Jessica,
Like they
you with
just
me?
couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Where? A little friendly partner swapping should keep us on our toes.
On November 10th,
Roger that.
nearly a month
Take care
after
of the
embarking
virus.
from Wager
You
Island,
buy us some time.
and after traveling for
Got it.
some 400 miles,
Jill,
Bulkley
this works
observed
anywhere,
a string
even
of
underwater.
small,
Should
barren
slow those things
islands.
down.
They looked, he thought,
Thanks,
exactly
Chris.
like those that
Also,
Sir John
marked off
Narborough
all
had
the possible
described as
locations for
being
the
at the
lab.
northwest mouth of the Strait of Magellan. To the south,
He
on the
never got the
opposite
hint.
side of the mount, was
What a
another
drag.
bleak island with dark,
Maybe he's
rocky,
already taken
serrated
Jessica.
mountains. Bulkley figured that this must be Desolation Island, named by Narborough because it was so desolate a land to hold. Bulkley, based on these observations and on his calculations of the Speedwell's latitude, was confident that they had reached the Strait of Magellan. After he tacked the Speedwell to the southeast, on the verge of realizing his plan, he betrayed a feeling that he rarely acknowledged: absolute fear. I never in my life have seen such a sea as runs here, he observed. The winds were of typhoon strength, and the waters seemed at war with themselves. Bulkley believed that he was witnessing the confluence of the Pacific Ocean pouring into the strait and the Atlantic Ocean pouring out, that same spot where the British buccaneer Francis Drake had been caught in what the chaplain on board his ship had called an intolerable tempest. The chaplain wrote that God had seemingly set himself against us and would not withdraw his judgment till he had buried our bodies, and ships also, in the bottomless depth of the raging sea. These men are like poets, but also fucking...
Sailors. Slimy sailors.
So this was all
Yeah.
Raymond's doing?
The way that they describe it, like, their lives, is like, every fucking day they're like, I'm gonna fucking die. This is crazy, what a way to live. Okay. Waves began to swallow the Speedwell from stern to back, cold to mast tongues. One rolled the Speedwell more than 20 degrees, then 50, then 80, until it broke, lying completely on its side, with its masts and sails pressed against the water. As the boat creaked and buckled and flooded, Bulkley was sure she would never rise again. After all, he had been through all his sacrifices and sins. He now confronted the prospect of a futile death, of drowning without having seen his family again. Yet, ever so slowly, the Speedwell
Careful.
began to right
The water
itself,
is infested
sails
with
emerging
infected.
as water spilled from the deck and hold. Each momentary reprieve seemed to intensify Bulkley's messianic fervor. He wrote of the storm, quote, we prayed earnestly for its clearing up, for nothing else could save us from perishing. In what he described as the grace of living, they glimpsed the cove and tried to reach it by running a gauntlet of breakers. We were surrounded with rocks, and so near that a man might toss a biscuit on them, he observed, yet they slipped into the cove, which was as smooth as a mill pond. We call this harbor the port of God's mercy, esteeming our preservation this day to be a miracle. The most abandoned among us no longer doubt of an almighty being, and have promised to reform their lives. With each grinding day, though, the men were becoming more dispirited and unruly. How was that even possible?
What, to be even more?
Yeah. Like, Jesus. Like, how can you be more? They must still have some juice left in them.
I guess.
They incessantly demanded extra rations, and Bulkley and Baines found themselves in the same unwinnable position that had confounded Sheep. If we are not exceedingly provident in regard of serving our provisions, we must all inevitably starve. The men who had once followed him so eagerly, so devotedly, now seemed, as he put it, ripe for mutiny and destruction, he added. We know not what to do to bring them under any command. They have troubled us to that degree that we are weary of our lives. Along with Baines and Cummings, he strained to maintain order. The signed articles governing the party sanctioned the abandonment of anyone who caused unrest. Yet Bulkley made a very different sort of threat. If the misbehavior continued, he, along with Baines and Cummings, would demand to be deposited on shore, leaving the others to fend for themselves on the boat. The crew knew that Bulkley was indispensable. No one else could, as monomaniacally plot their course and battle the elements, so his threat had a sobering effect. The people have promised to be under government and see much, Bulkley wrote. To further pacify the men, he released a bit more flour from their stores, noting that many people eat the powder raw as soon as they are served it. Nevertheless, they
I
were
found that
dying.
key on the Semiramis.
Among the casualties was
The
a
ships are exactly
16-year-old
the
boy
same.
named George
The lab
Bateman.
should be this way.
This poor creature starved, perished, and died a skeleton, Bulkley wrote, adding, there are several more in the same miserable condition, and who, without a speedy relief, must undergo the same fate. He endeavored to comfort the ailing, but what they most wanted was nourishment. One 12-year-old boy pleaded to a close companion for some extra flour, saying that he would otherwise not live to see Brazil, but his shipmate was unmoved. Persons who have not experienced the hardships we have met with, Bulkley wrote, will wonder how people can be so inhuman to see their fellow creatures starving before their faces and afford them no relief. But hunger is void of all compassion. The boy's misery ended only when heaven sent death to his relief. On November 24, this is like 3 weeks later,
Registering
the
fingerprints.
Speedwell became caught in a mystifying maze of channels and lagoons. Baines accused Bulkley of
Fingerprint
being mistaken
registration
having entered
complete.
straight. Had they wasted 2 weeks going the wrong way? Bulkley countered that if ever there was such a place in the world as the Strait of Magellan, we are now in them. But faced with growing dissent, he turned the boat around, heading back the way they had come. One Marine began to go mad, laughing hysterically until he slumped over in silence, dead. Another man died shortly after, and then another. Their bodies were tossed into the sea. It took the surviving party close to 2 weeks to retrace its path, only to then realize that they had found the strait all along. Now they had to start east all over again. Maybe Chief was right. Maybe they should have headed north. Damn. I need to give my voice a rest.
Yes, you do, girlie. Can these guys get any more demotivated? How much?
More unruly. Excuse me, but how is that even possible? These are the mutineers. How could they become more unruly?
How much for a fuck dog? 75 cents extra.
The hot dog with fuck written on it and ketchup. That's just so Midwest. Like, that reminds me so much of Bancroft.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, because there's a water park in Bancroft that's only open in the summertime, right?
Okay.
Like, if there was a snack shack there, in a small fucking town, and you get the same customers every GD day, you bet your ass they'd be pulling shit like that all the time. Just out of boredom. Honestly, just out of boredom. Like, and just to, entertain yourself.
Oh, Jill's running out of air. Oh, no. Jill. Oh, no. We gotta go. Hurry, Jill, hurry! Hurry, Jill, hurry! Ah! Oh, God. Sorry. I don't know what I'm like actually trying to do right now in this game. Okay. I think I have to go back underwater. Underwater with those things. Get away from me! What? I need to see what the fuck. Okay. So according to the... Hey, Chris, how about a hand, alright, pal? According to the map, there should be like a door. Oh god.
How the heck do you like?
So,
Can you like kill those things or?
it says I... Damn it. It says I have like a pulse grenade, but I've been trying to use it and it's not working. Oops. Wow, this part of the game was like a labyrinth. My god. A labyrinth with these fucking things.
Yes. Fucking ocean cockroaches of Skull Island proportion. Are we by Skull Island by any chance?
By any chance, are we by Skull Island? Okay, perhaps I'm in the right place.
Gotta find the lab.
I just realized I went all the way back to the beginning of the level.
Oh my god. Whatever, it's fine. Okay, where it again?
Oh man. Like I said, this is like a labyrinth. Oh, I have a new shotgun. Don't apologize. Don't do it. I love you despite your mistakes.
Wow.
Yep.
Super scary. You feel.
Some would call me saint-like.
Oh my goodness. I gotta pee.
Oh, she's gotta pee.
Yeah, gotta pee. Are we all queued up with the videos?
We are.
Oh. Yeah.
We are indeed.
When was the last time we uploaded?
Not that long ago, actually. Don't you worry, Terror Girl. Don't you worry.
I can't remember.
Hamburgers. Hamburgers.
What are you saying right now?
Hamburgers.
What's a hamburger?
Like a hamburger.
Why are you hiccuping like a baby?
Die. Oh, Terrascara wants to stream together. Wow. I will accept. Wait, what does that even mean?
I don't know, it's just, I joined the chat and then it says, there was a button that said knock. And so, I went for
I
it,
don't
right?
know what the farge that means. Oh no, I'm turning that off. It uses Twitch to use your microphone.
Oh.
Yeah, it's weird, actually. That makes me uncomfortable. Sorry, but that makes me uncomfortable.
You don't have to do anything you don't want to do.
Sorry, but that's...
Wait, it wanted to use your microphone or my microphone for something?
Yeah. I think it uses, like, the Twitch browser as a chat. But...
I don't get that.
I don't quite understand how that works.
I don't understand. My eye's been twitching all bloody day. This one.
Why?
I don't know.
Make it stop.
Oh my god. I can't. It's involuntary.
It's freaking me out.
It's involuntary. I can't.
Wait, so I found the lab, and then... Then nothing happened. I'm so confused. I'm back in this area again. Oh my god. That's all I had to do, huh?
Touch the button or put your unlock your fingerprint.
Put my finger on the
Please
button.
enter the sterilization room one at a time.
Whoa. Illegal. This door is a norm. I'm being sterilized.
Now sterilizing. Please wait.
What the?
Emergency! Emergency!
Oh.
Disposal has been terminated. Please wait for the gates to open.
Chris, help me. Okay, that didn't work. My dodge isn't working. Help me! It's like an armadillo. What is this? Arowanas? I know this. What a new... The Lightning Hawk! It's the Magnum from... It's the Magnum from... Resident Evil 1. Actually, I think it might be from Resident Evil 2.
Look at those fish.
Oh! Get it! Chris, get out of the way! Chris doesn't care about Chris. Okay. Should I shoot it with the rocket launcher?
I don't know.
It's okay. I'm
Oh,
fine.
good.
So Chris and Jill are back together. Just like old times.
Like from the first game.
Yeah. And Chris's new partner was really jealous. She was like, he didn't fucking get the hint. And then
Where is she now?
she's hanging out with Ricardo, whatever his name is. He's like, maybe Jill's already taken. I mean, maybe Chrissy's already taken. And she's like, she really wants Chris's dick.
She's really not gonna be happy about this.
Wait till she finds out about Resident Evil 5.
Ooh, look at this.
Why try to hide these facilities on a cruise ship?
Who would ever suspect it?
Good point. I hope we can find out what the hell's going on.
Kind of a good point.
This is looking like a spaceship. The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Virus is somewhere in this research area.
Sorry, I thought I'd let some wisdom
so this
out.
is the secret of Zenobia.
Looking like a TARDIS in there.
Oh no, it's the end of episode 8. All on the line! Okay. Next. No way, does that say ass?
Is it almost season 2?
You know what, I keep seeing advertisements for, that show that we thought was ass.
What show?
Not Nowhere. What the fuck was it called?
Previously on Resident Evil
The
Revelations.
one with Michael from Lost?
Yeah.
I've also been getting them
Approaching the
too.
Queen Zenobia now. Rendezvous at the ship's hull.
I've seen it
sorry.
a couple times.
Everything about the Queen Zenobia and the
You're
secret
sorry you made
she
me watch that?
Well,
Or what?
no, I'm not sorry I made you watch it because I think it's worth trying stuff, but like,
why did you fire?
that show was not good. I mean,
It was the scene on the stairs.
I know, it was so funny.
What do you mean?
You're just like, wow.
Drama!
This is the secret of Zenobia.
Bro, get off the
Just-
stairs.
No, seriously. When shows have pointless, like, dialogue like that, it just is so irritating.
It's like, it
Or
goes,
hilarious.
yeah, it's one of two things. It's irritating or hilarious. And the fact of the matter is that show is based on the fact that everyone's bored out of their mind because they're trapped in a small town. And it shows. It's a boring show. It's really fucking boring.
If I learned anything from my movie class, it's everything should always have a purpose. You don't write dialogue or you don't write anything that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
It's gotta have a purpose.
Yeah, dude, it's just capturing the realism of, like, the situation.
Yeah, I mean, that's like,
What the?
you know, if you're not doing a Napoleon Dynamite, then what are you doing?
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Oh my god, it's these two freaking clowns.
It's these two bozos.
Don't tell me the battery's dead. Oh, this blows.
The upside is this whole conspiracy's becoming clearer.
Who's on his mug?
We have to get back to the airport on the double.
Hey man, hold up.
That man walks with his hips.
Wait, I missed it. Dang it. Which one?
It's not doing it now.
The tall one or?
Nobody's home.
No, the bald
Even
one.
the other team's packed
Oh,
in.
okay.
So what are we doing here?
It's okay. I set up a back door. I can use any PDA to get us in.
Well, why didn't you say that earlier?
If my theory is correct, then the truth about Valtra was really too early to say.
Are you kidding me?
I don't want to jump to conclusions. I need more intel.
He knows something. Whoa. These guys are cool.
All right, let's find that computer.
There's an area we haven't explored over here. My only hope is that it has a high-powered CPU. That would be tits.
That would be tits. What?
Is that what he said? He
Yeah,
said that
he
would
goes,
be the tits?
I hope it has a high-powered CPU. That would be tits. Whoa!
When people would say that when I was in high school.
What? Who cares?
You guys are just a bunch of goobs. Which was a word used a lot in yesterday's movie.
Came back.
Goobs.
In yesterday's what?
Movie.
Now's not the time for conspiracy.
They used the word
Oh, they
goobs a
used-
lot.
They did?
Yeah. Alright, you fucking goobs! Make 2 fucking lines!
Eh. Yeah, that was good. Does that director have any other movies?
No, I think that might be the only 2.
I like them.
Real in the flesh?
I think I like Dinner in America just a smidge more.
You take to gadgets like a flight of horse shit.
I think that story is definitely a lot more compelling, Dinner in America. Well, because it's actually written like a movie, whereas that one's written like a moment in time.
Nothing's happening.
What did you do,
I like
Quinn?
Dinner in America more too. Not to say I didn't enjoy yesterday's movie, obviously.
Yeah, same.
Okay, you stay here and spend quality time with your girlfriend. Here we go. I hope this rusty piece of crap works.
Looks like I'll need another one.
28. Are there any other generators?
That was so cool. It's like a bunch of weapons lying around. Is that another Magnum? Oh man. The Python. That's in Resident Evil 1. The Lightning Hawk's in Resident Evil 2. Some random sniper.
Initiate analysis.
So you get anything?
No, I gotta get through the layers of encryption on this thing first. But that should only take a few minutes with me and my baby MB-28.
Oh boy.
I'm on it. Leave these guys to me.
Oh.
You dodged that.
Dodged that without even trying.
Shit. I think they've been after us the whole time.
They're hunting us like wolves.
The FBC? What are you talking about?
Hacking into the secret servers. Not that I chance to investigate the craft. I'm telling the truth here. You gotta give me time to get the whole enchilada.
You say enchilada?
Yeah.
My man said enchilada?
How much longer?
Oh.
Your girlfriend is the slowest. You know that, Quinn?
Oh boy. No way.
What now? This blows. Wait here. I'll go fix it. Quinn, did that do it? You good now?
Yeah, all good. Thanks.
You guys are hopping in like freaking bunny rabbits.
Okay, we're in it to win it now.
Whoa.
Enemies today.
Thanks for the report, Captain Obvious.
They must have been alerted when I tried to hack my way in.
I will. but you're gonna owe me big time.
The other one's gonna go down, just watch. Whoa.
How much longer? You don't know how much this blows!
Oh, did you get two at once?
I did.
Nice.
It was it's a twofer.
Nice. Giant frog. Jesus. What?
Oh my god.
Finally! We still got hostiles to deal with.
Oh my god. No.
Thanks. I'll kill some for you. And keep that genie in the bottle until I come back.
Anybody else?
Okay, I think it's safe to have a look at this data now. Ready?
Hold your horses. I'll be there in a sec.
Alright, I'm here. A second later. I like his cool ass backpack.
Right, right. That explains it.
Explains what? Who's behind Veltro?
Yeah, probably. There's only one way to find out. Let's ask him ourselves.
This is Forkball. O'Brien here.
Oh no.
What the hell? O'Brien's our man?
Director O'Brien. I think I put it all together.
I knew it.
Veltro was
Tara,
never back
I
in
knew it.
action. It was all smoke and mirrors, orchestrated by yourself.
Your own little
I knew it was
Veltro
him.
production. All to get into the head of one certain somebody.
This guy. The guy in the
You pretty
damn
much got it. Glad I'm not paying for nothing.
jacket.
I analyzed his log, sir, and there's something you may want to see.
Then let me see it.
Yes, sir. I'll send it immediately. What's going on? Connection error? Oh, we've been detected!
Hey, quit!
Two boys, uncovering secrets, wanted dead or alive, just like a falcon and a snowman!
You wanna die with your machines, idiot?
Dude! Hold up! I'm on!
Quinn! Keith!
Wait, so is he the bad guy and not?
What a disaster.
I can't tell if he's the bad guy. Time will tell in Resident Evil Revelations in the next episode. Oh,
That's the virus.
chill.
We need to stop the virus from getting out.
I know. The control system must be in the lab.
Whoa.
Chris!
interesting. Youch! Sorry, I just wanted to try. Press the button. Nice job, Chris. It won't open. Well, that shut off the whole ring of them. The whole semicircle. There must be some kind of blocking or locking mechanism. Now we're getting somewhere. Chris and Jill are back together again. What's this? Malakota development materials. The development of codename Malakota happened by pure chance. We were infecting various species of fish with the T-Abyss virus as part of our research into marine-based BOWs. By chance, one of the test subjects was contaminated with parasites. The parasite is Gyrodactylus salaris, a small monogenean ectoparasite. When T-virus is used to infect the host, it not only affects the host, but the parasite as well. The unique mutations formed by the dual infections have allowed us to improve our overall BOW development. A larval Malakota is only about 1 centimeter in length. Because it's so small, it can be used as a parasite to infect the host by secreting a liquid that contains the virus. The parasite mutates inside the host and matures rapidly. Perhaps synergistic effect on the T-Abyss and their secretion cause an increase into the metabolism of the organism. The size to which the Malakota can develop is contingent upon the size of the host. While clinical tests have yet to be carried out, if a whale were to be used as the host, there would be no limit to the size the Malakota could assume.
I think this is the lab's control system.
Does it work?
We need a passcode to activate the neutralizing agent.
Okay, I'll sweep the lab, see what I can find.
Figure out these controls. Careful in there.
Will do. You can count on it.
Andrew, you fell asleep. We gotta end the stream.
But
What do you mean, but?
It's only 10:30. Wait, I'm gonna carry it on.
I can't find the passcode.
I got this. I got
Take some
this.
time to crack.
Okay, but
Next time I fall asleep, I'm ending it immediately.
next time. I'm just concerned about your sleep thing. You say you can't stay asleep, but maybe forcing yourself to stay up when is not helping.
But I also don't want to knock my sleep schedule into a bad spot. Legitimately.
Excuses.
No, legit. That's not excuse. That's legit.
Was it legit? Going to bed earlier?
Yeah, legitimately going to bed. I go to bed around mid. Like I fall asleep around mid.
Just think about what you're doing.
I told you to be careful. Who knows what kind of BOWs we're up against.
Wow. Okay, I didn't realize that would happen. Oh, come on, Jill. Oh. He just bonked me on the head and killed me. Oh, really?
I told you to be careful. Who knows what kind of BOWs we're up against.
Chris, you're not gonna believe what I just learned. Morgan Lansdale of the FBC was behind the attacks on Terra Grigia.
So that's what Raymond was talking about.
Seems like it. All I have is circumstantial evidence. Nothing to nail him for it yet.
Downloading data. Please wait. Download complete.
Jill, come in. Do you read me? Answer me, damn it. This is an emergency. Get back here now.
Jill, are you okay?
Yeah, for now.
Jill,
I got the passcode.
good work. Now let's neutralize that virus.
Authorization confirmed. Initiating virus neutralization program.
Well done, BSAA. Your activities have been eye-opening.
Morgan Lansdale.
I knew O'Brien and his dog Raymond were sniffing around my business. I didn't account for your involvement, however. That was my only mistake.
So it was you. You attacked Terra Grigia.
Jill, look out.
It looks like my mistakes are about to be remedied. You are so ready to support the Queen's agenda. I hope you don't mind.
Virus neutralization complete.
I should have expected as much from the duo who brought down Umbrella. However, your days of playing cops and robbers are over. I do hope you understand the gravity of my making a personal appearance. I have a great weakness. I am fearful of things. Even little things, and must clean up every last imperfection. The BSAA, my dear Director O'Brien, your whole organization, you cause nothing but trouble. Surely you didn't expect me to just let you snoop around unbridled. Don't kid yourselves. Have a look. Your destiny is in my hands.
What the?
The Queen Zenobia.